Hello and welcome to Roberto Hernandez Stadium on this sunny Sunday afternoon. I'm Marcus Johnson, and along with Jordan Phillips, thank you for joining us for USC Aiken Baseball, where the Pacers take on the Flagler College Saints in Game 3 of their three-game set, looking for the series sweep.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day outside. It's a great day for some baseball. And as you mentioned, the Pacers looking for a very important series sweep over the Flagler Saints today. They've already got the win in the series. Why not go ahead and take the sweep, get the momentum on your side as you head into the rest of the season. They're going to need it, especially after that rough road trip they just got back from. So the Pacers look to come out today. We got Christian Aragon on the mound for the Pacers. They're going to look to get the win today and continue on and steamroll the rest of their opponents as they head into the rest of the season.
Aragon with a 5.67 ERA, 3-0 record, however, in his 14 appearances and 2 starts. Opponent batting average of .296, and he has amassed 31 strikeouts on the season. Interesting fact today, both of these teams are 9-5 in the Peach Belt Conference, both tied for third in the conference, so the winner of today's game will sit alone in the number 3 spot. Loser will move down to number 4.
And Aragon on the mound, usually a long relief type guy for the Pacers. Today he's going to be the number 3 starter. So we'll see how he does in this bit of a change up to his normal role today.
Well, talking with folks before the game, a lot of people are saying that Aragon may go about 3 innings as the first pitch is hit in the air, foul territory. And it's going to go out of play for strike 1 underway here at the Burt. Yeah, probably go about 3 innings, and then the Pacers will go into their bullpen. They didn't have to use the bullpen much, if at all. They used Nick Yobi, Connor Riley, only 2 pitchers yesterday, and of course Benitez with the complete game shutout in Game 1. So their bullpen is fresh and ready to go. Fouled off again, 0-2.
And that's the benefit of having a really dominant staff ace like the Pacers have in Benitez. It gives you the freedom to not have to worry about using your bullpen up, and you can come into a game like this where your starter may not necessarily be the top guy, and you can just go to your bullpen and not really have to worry about it.
This is low and away, 1-2 the count. Ethan Kraut, the batter, now with that 1-2 count. Batting .316 on the year, 1 home run and 12 RBIs.
Kraut, of course, led off the game yesterday with that big home run.
And he's going to hit a slow hopper here, first base side. Nobody covering the bag. Flip to Aragon, not in time. An infield single for Ethan Kraut to start the game up here in the top of the first.
Yeah, Aragon got the ground ball he wanted, just not the hop he wanted. Took a little bit of a tricky one out there in the infield. Nobody covering the bag. Aragon tried to get over there, just not in time. The speedy Kraut, just a little bit too quick for him.
So that'll bring up Dylan Jones, runner on first base, nobody out. Jones batting .333, 5 home runs, 27 RBIs. Leads the team in RBIs with 27, and second in home runs, ground ball to first. Picked up by Banks, and he'll apply the tag, but the runner advances to second. So 1 out, runner on second.
Yeah, and that was the bunt that time, and it just about was – it got the runner over, but not exactly an ideal bunt. I mean, it went straight to Banks over at first.
Yeah, almost like a swinging ground ball.
Yeah.
But he did his job. He moved the runner into scoring position, and that brings up Igor Baez, the catcher. And Baez fouls off the first pitch right off the mask of the catcher, Brian Pereira. Pereira, not a lot to say in his post-game interview yesterday.
Not a lot at all. I think he may have said 10 words total.
That's actually a bit of a stretch. I wouldn't be surprised if it was maybe 5 words.
A man of few words. He lets his actions do the speaking for him out there on the baseball field.
Yeah, only a triple shy of the cycle yesterday, so actions were louder than words in that case. 0-1. Hit in the air into center field. Bonilla chasing after it, and he will make the catch for the second out.
Got a very nice sized crowd out here.
Yeah, Cedar Creek Admission Day. Probably well over 1,000 people in the ballpark today.
I think so. I think we're right at our little bit over capacity here. Might have to have the fire marshal check in on us every now and again, make sure everything's okay.
You're not supposed to say that on the air. You're not supposed to say that on the air. Now we're in trouble. That'll bring up Jason Moore, the DH. Runner on second, 2 outs. Swing and a miss on the first pitch.
Nice pitch from Aragon that time.
Moore, once again, .336 average, 7 home runs, leads the team, 33 RBIs. He actually leads the team in both categories. Again, I think I've said it every game this series. That's exactly what you want from your DH. I'll say it again. That's exactly what you want from your DH.
Is that what you want from your DH?
I don't know. Is it?
I wouldn't know. My team doesn't have one.
National League. Call it time. So that pitch did not count. But here's the real question. Did you ever figure out if the park ranger parked it south of South Park?
I don't think we need to get into that again. I think the good people watching at home don't deserve that.
I don't know. I think they may want to know. Pitch misses low. That's for a ball. 1-1.
Let us know on Twitter if you'd like to know the answer to that one.
Twitter, Facebook, or just in the comments section of the YouTube video. Deafening silence.
Just painful silence.
1-1 off-speed pitch. Got him going around. 1-2.
It was a nice slow change-up by Aragon that time. Got a packed house today, as we mentioned earlier. Children running around, parents enjoying the game today.
Fouled off, going towards the picnic area, and that's going to be a recurring theme today. They're going to have to watch out, be very alert over there, because there is no, other than the little tenting that they have set up, no protection from foul balls.
Yeah, we definitely got a lot more people over in foul territory than we normally have today. So they'll have to be on high alert over there. That's a pretty hot area for foul balls.
And again, the 1-2 pitch is fouled off into the Pacer dugout, bounces off of its roof, and rolls back almost into the field of play.
It's good to see the crowd out here enjoying this lovely day of baseball. It's always nice to see folks getting out and coming out to the ball field to enjoy our nation's pastime.
Once again, the 1-2 from Aragon. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and that'll do it here in the top of the first as the Saints leave one stranded. We go to the bottom of the first. No score. Pacers due up. And welcome back. We are in the bottom of the first inning. No score between the Saints and the Pacers yet. Jose Bonilla leads off for the Pacers.
And here he comes, the man, the myth, the legend, the Pacers' ever-present leadoff man.
Batting .424 on the year, 3 triples, no home runs, and 21 RBIs on the season, along with 11 stolen bases.
11 stolen bases and only 1 caught stealing.
And he faces off against Cooper Wallace, the starting pitcher for Flagler. First pitch low and away for ball 1.
And yesterday we saw some more of the textbook beginning to a game that the Pacers have enjoyed this season. Bonilla gets on, steals second, comes around on a single. And we'll see if see if the Pacers can get off to a start like that today.
It is a 1-1 count now. Fouls off that pitch, 1-2. Wallace with a 3.59 ERA, a 6-1 record in 8 appearances and 8 starts. 38 strikeouts on the year, an opponent batting average of .256.
Bonilla is just a fun player to watch. He's so smooth out there in the field and at the plate.
High and away for a ball, evens kind of 2-2.
And watching him on the base paths is just, oh man, it's a lot of fun. He's just so fast out there.
Only problem is when he tends to get on first, there's a lot of check throws and it really slows down the pace of the game.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you got to throw a lot of check throws to try and keep him as close as you can, but
swing and a miss, chasing after an off-speed pitch, and he goes down on strikes for the first out.
But even with those check throws, he's still a danger on the base paths. We'll see if he can show some of that off later on in the game.
Well, that'll bring up Joey Smithers. Smithers batting .225 on the year, no home runs and 3 RBIs.
Smithers getting his 10th start of the season today.
First pitch just on the outside corner for a call strike 1. And the 0-1 comes inside, misses, 1-1.
Smithers batting .225 on the season. He's got 3 RBIs.
Chasing after one outside the zone, 1-2. See Wallace working the inside and outside pitches, alternating early on here. See if he comes back inside on this 1-2 pitch. No, he goes right back outside and he gets Smithers to chase after it for the second out and the second strikeout of the inning.
Left fielder number 1, Mitchell Price.
Brings up Mitchell Price. Nobody on and 2 out. Price batting .311 on the year. 4 triples leads the team. 9 home runs leads the team. 36 RBIs leads the team.
So what you're saying is he's a team leader?
He is a team leader indeed, except in batting average. But when he's coming up clutch, don't necessarily need to be the team leader in batting average. It'd be nice, as long as you get those runs in when you need them.
And, it's not like he has a low batting average. He's batting .311 on the season. So that just goes to show how much talent this Pacer lineup has throughout it. And how talented Mitchell Price is that we're saying his batting average isn't as high as it could be when he's batting .311,
Yeah, that's true.
I can think of a lot of teams that would love to have a .311 hitter on their team.
2-0 count to Price. Pitch misses outside, 3-0. Price's on-base percentage just a smidge under 400, 399. And here comes the 3-0. Outside corner, but in there for a strike, 3-1.
And, of course, the Pacer fans being vocal as ever.
Now that pitch missed low and inside for ball 4. Price draws the 2-out walk to keep the inning going. Brings up Niall Goings.
Goings continues to get those starts out in right field.
And why not? He's batting .349. 5 home runs, 19 RBIs. As we said yesterday, a real breakout season for the junior. And he's got another year to grow. Possibly do even better next time around.
It is for sure his breakout campaign.
First pitch catches the outside corner for strike 1.
He's doing a great job out there. You got to hope that continues on for the Pacers. And I'm sure Coach Kenny Thomas is excited to see that it does continue.
Check throw over to first. Price also a threat to steal, right behind Bonilla in terms of stolen bases with 9. And Goings rips one just foul down the third base side.
Timeout taken.
And the 0-2, Price goes. Ball in the dirt. They're going to throw down to second. The throw is not in time. So a stolen base for Mitchell Price puts a runner on second with 2 outs.
And that'll be Price's 10th stolen base.
He's in double digits, 1 behind Bonilla once again. Count 1-2 to Niall Goings, now with Price on second and 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. And a call of time here.
Pacers looking to jump out ahead here with this 2-out at bat from Niall Goings.
One, two. Goings going once again, but it's fouled off.
Price is going.
Price is going. Goings was swinging
There
and
you
fouled
go.
off by Goings.
Goings went,
Goings went, Price went, and everybody goes back.
but now Price has to go back. See, this is what happens. This is why we can't be doing these together anymore.
We can't. It's just getting. It's
We're out of hand.
devolving into nonsense.
We're way out of control.
And the 1-2 misses outside. 2-2. Possibly a pitch out there. They saw Price trying to steal third.
I can imagine that after they saw that, they definitely want to try and hold Price over at second. Although I am a little curious as to Price's reasoning for trying to steal third.
Fouled off.
Over the fence in foul territory.
Keeps count.
But I'm kind of curious as to why Price is stealing with 2 outs. You're already in scoring position. You're fast enough to score on a single.
I don't know. I can't begin to understand the mindset, but
Maybe just trying to get into a little bit of better position. I'm not sure. What do we know, though?
it's true. What do we know? And again, the 2-2. Right down the middle, Goings goes down looking for the third and final out. So the Pacers leave one stranded. As we go to the top of the second, still no score. And welcome back. Top of the second inning. First pitch in there for strike one to the leadoff man, Cole Andraka, the shortstop.
And a great-looking first pitch from Aragon. It will be interesting to watch and see how long he goes into this game today.
Hit in the air. Left side, foul territory. And it's just going to go into the Pacer bullpen, where nobody is currently warming up.
Because Aragon is a long relief type guy, so he can typically go about 4 or 5 innings. But as we had heard rumblings that he would probably go about 3, but If he's pitching well, I don't see why you don't let him go about 4 or 5.
Yeah, I mean,
As long as his pitch count
he
doesn't
can
get
go,
too high.
0-2. Just misses outside, 1-2. Andrejka batting .345 on the year, 1 home run, 24 RBIs. That one's another foul ball. Keeps count 1-2. Foul ball again. Count stays right where it is. High fly ball out into left field. Price chasing back for it. Still going back. It's going to go over his head, and that will be extra bases. Andrejka hustles into second with a leadoff stand-up double.
That's an unfortunate play for Aragon. I think Price had a play on that.
He was playing a little too far in, I believe, on that,
Yeah.
and it just went over his head.
Yeah, and I think he might have thought that it was not going to go as deep as it did. He was kind of breaking back a little bit slowly and just didn't quite get under it in time. It's a bummer for Aragon. He got the pitch he wanted.
So runner on second base with nobody out for Jacoby Dasher. Dasher .316 average on the year, 3 home runs and 23 RBIs.
And Dasher hit that huge double off the fence yesterday.
First pitch misses outside for ball 1. Hit in the air, going foul, and that'll go out of play. So count even now at 1-1. There's a ground ball to short. Long throw is in time for the first out, but the runner advances to third. So 1 runner on third with 1 out here in the top of the second.
The left fielder, number 36, Lorenzo Butler.
Brings up Lorenzo Butler. Dave Lankster over at shortstop today for the Pacers.
Yeah, I was just about to ask who was that. I know that Tyler Ammerman suffered a little bit of an injury yesterday. He'll be out for a little while.
So Lorenzo Butler up. Butler batting .229 on the year. No home runs and 11 RBIs. There's a chance to add on to that even with just a simple pop fly. And he fouls that one off, 1-1. The 1-1. Misses low and outside, 2-1. Fouled off, evens the count up again at 2-2. Two misses high and outside, and the count full. Now, a walk here would not be the worst thing in the world, because that sets up the conventional double play. It can possibly get you out of the inning with one swing of the bat.
Exactly. It would not be a terrible turn of events for Aragon to walk this batter.
Swing and a miss. He gets the strikeout instead. Just as good, in my opinion, if not better.
I would say better.
That'll be the second out of the inning.
Now there's no need for that conventional double play at first. All you need is something either on the ground or up in the air.
Yep, any type of out will do it now. So runner on third, 2 down. First pitch is in there for a strike to Jake Hathaway, the right fielder. Hathaway, a .331 average, no home runs, 18 RBIs. Pitch is high for a ball, 1-1. Yeah, looking at the Flagler lineup, not a lot of power in their bats. 7 home runs leads the team. And after Moore and Jones, who have 7 and 5 respectively, the next highest is only 3 home runs. But they do have some decent batting averages, as that one is popped up. Left side of the infield. Nobody has a read on it, and that's going to drop in, as Weeks could not see it in the sun. That's going to score 1 run. And nobody covering third base, as Hathaway was about to head all the way to third.
So a couple of costly defensive mistakes is going to cost Aragon a run.
And they will score that ahead, as nobody put their glove on the ball.
Yeah, it's just an unfortunate situation for Aragon and the Pacers. Just a couple of small errors, and it led to a run. Not necessarily actual errors, not statistical errors, but rather errors in play.
Yeah.
The ball got lost in the sun for weeks. Just couldn't quite find it. It was a bright and sunny day out there.
First pitch is in the dirt for ball 1 to Bobby Bassler, the first baseman. Bassler batting .159 on the year, no home runs and 5 RBIs. And the 1-0. In there for strike 1, 1-1. Swing and a miss. Tied him up on a pitch high and inside for strike 2.
It was a good pitch from Aragon that time around. Got it inside. Some nice breaking stuff.
Just missing low and outside, 2-2.
You know, I think that may be one of my favorite baseball terms, stuff. When a pitcher's got good movement or good something, you know, there's no real word for it, but when he's got good pitches, you just say, hey, he's got good stuff. I like that. I like that. That's fun.
Okay, if you say so.
That's fun for me. I enjoy that.
Aragon steps off the rubber. Sends Hathaway back to second. Two-two. Check swing, foul ball. The count stays right where it is at 2-2.
And that one deflected off the net, the pole that holds the netting up. Made a nice little ringing noise. Woke some of the crowd members up if they were asleep.
And right off the pipes. Two-two. Slow grounder to third. Weeks charging it bare hands. It fires to first, and that ball's going to get away. That's going to allow for another run to score.
It's also going to send the runner to second, I believe, after a collision with Banks.
So an E5 on the play.
No, the runner will remain at first, but he and Banks.
But they're gonna score that a base hit, I think. Or maybe they haven't already. I'm trying to see what their.
Yeah, they haven't scored it
oh,
yet.
No, they have scored it. It is an error. So the score now 2-0 Flagler. Just a couple of errors have been the result of a couple of these runs.
Just a couple of small mistakes for the Pacers are proving costly here.
So runner on first base, 2 outs. Top of the order up with Ethan Kraut, who singled his first time up. First pitch in there for strike 1. Pitch gets away from Pereira right between his legs, and that allows the runner to advance.
This nightmare inning continues for the Pacers. Just haven't been sharp defensively in this inning.
Not at all. It's just comedy of errors, if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
Count even at 1-1.
And the guy you got to really feel bad for in all this is Aragon. I mean, he's been making really nice pitches. He's been getting the results that he wants. His defense just hasn't been sharp today.
Fouled off, 1-2. One, two, misses outside, 2-2. Fouled off again, keeps the count right where it is. Just missing high and inside, full count.
And a walk here could be tragic for Aragon. I mean, that's the last thing you want right now. Best thing to do is just hit your spot here, get the strikeout, and get out of this inning.
So 3 balls, 2 strikes, runner on second, 2 outs, 2 runs already in here in the top of the second as that ball is fouled off out of play, keeps the count right where it is. Hit in the air, foul territory left side, and that'll go out of play again. Three-two pitch, line foul. Swing and a miss, and Aragon finally gets out of the top of the second inning. 2-run score, however, as the Pacers now trail Flagler 2-0, bottom of the second coming up. welcome back. Bottom of the second inning. Pacers trailing Flagler 2-0 as John Banks digs in to lead off. And he pops up the first pitch into shallow right field. And that's going to drop in for a base hit. Banks rounds third, thinks about second. Rounds third, rounds first, thinks about second. But he holds up wisely, and he'll be on first with a leadoff base hit.
Yeah, I'm glad he didn't take my advice that I was sending to him telepathically. I was thinking, oh, man, go, go, go. But quickly realized that was not a good idea, and he made us stop just in time.
Yeah, Kraut was backing up the right fielder Hathaway, and he got to the ball quick enough.
Now the big man, Zach Moon, comes up to the plate.
Zach Moon has been heating up this series. See if his hot ways continue. 1 on, nobody out, bottom of the second.
Pacers could use a quick little tie ball game here.
And he's going to ground one to short. Flip to second for one. The throw to first is in time for the double play, and that is not going to do it.
Yeah, that won't tie the game.
Not at all.
Who knew?
So that'll bring up Brian Pereira now with nobody on and 2 outs.
Number 32, Brian Pereira.
Pereira yesterday was only a triple shy of the cycle. First pitch Pereira low and inside for ball 1. Misses inside, 2-0.
Yeah, that went really far inside. Thought it might have nicked Pereira.
Yeah, just barely. The 2-0. Inside corner, 2-1. Pitch misses low and inside. Count 3-1. Check swing, fouls off, and a full count to Brian Pereira. Changing of the ball. Obviously, Wallace didn't like the one he had. And he hits a ball way up in the air to center field. However, that one will be caught by Jones for the third and final out. So the Pacers go down 1-2-3. As we go into the top of the third, they still trail Flagler 2-0. And we are back here in the top of the third. Pacers down 2-0. Dylan Jones will lead off. Sack bunt, his first plate appearance. Flagler leads the Pacers 2-0 here. First pitch misses for ball one. Or no, sorry, it doesn't miss. It's in there for strike one.
There you go.
So the movement on that pitch fooled me, not the umpire, however. That one is a ball as it misses. Count 1-1. Lower outside or inside corner, man. I'm on the struggle bus today.
I think someone has a kitten with them in the audience. They just walked out of our view here.
Hopper, right side of the infield. Again, nobody covering first, but Aragon manages to hustle over, makes the catch for the out.
Aragon stretching that leg out to get the foot onto first. Excellent play defensively by Aragon.
The catcher, number 29, Igor Baez.
Yeah, he had a moment like that earlier on. Actually, it was the first hit, I believe, with Ethan Kraut.
It was.
Where he was unable to get over in time. But this time he learned from his mistakes.
Yeah, he got his foot on that bag just in time.
And the first pitch missing high and away for ball 1 to Igor Baez, who flew out his first time up. High and inside, 2-0. That one is popped up into shallow center field. Bonilla coming on in, and he will make the catch. For a second, I thought he dropped it. He looked down, and my heart dropped about 50 feet.
Yeah, these routine pop flies have gotten me way more nervous than they should.
But he did make the catch, and he held on to it for the second out. So that'll bring up Jason Moore, who struck out his first time up. First pitch missing high for ball one. That is well hit out into left field. Price going back for it, still going back. He's going to look, and that one is gone. A solo home run extends the Flagler lead 3-0 off the bat of Jason Moore.
Yeah, the Saints are not playing around today. They do not want to get swept. They have brought their A game. The Pacers are going to have to step it up if they want to get back into this one.
Down 3-0. Not entirely Aragon's fault either. He's pitched a pretty decent game. That's the only real mistake he's made today.
Yeah, this is the first one that I would pin on Aragon, honestly.
So with 2 outs, that'll bring up Cole Andraka, who doubled and came around to score his first time up. Pitch misses outside for ball one. The 1-0. Low and away, 2-0. And there is a hopper to second. Throw to first in time, and that'll do it. But 1 run is in as a solo shot by Jason Moore increases the lead 3-0 for the Saints going into the bottom of the third by that score. And welcome back. Bottom of the third inning. Pacers down 3-0 to the Flagler Saints. Leading off this half of the inning, Dalton Weeks. First pitch missing for ball one to Weeks. Weeks batting .293 on the year. Has 4 home runs and 29 RBIs. And he's going to hit one to the right side through for a base hit.
Good way to start off the inning. Now just string a couple hits together, get some trouble started for the Pacers.
Well, they start off the third inning the same way they did the second inning with a leadoff base hit. And we'll see if they can add on to it as David Langster will come to the plate. Langster batting 100 this year. However, he's only had 10 at-bats, and he has 2 RBIs on the year. Check throw over to first. And we say Weeks isn't really a threat to steal, but he's stolen 3 bases. He's been caught twice, but 3 stolen bases on the year.
Yeah, Weeks is a quiet base stealer. He's not. I wouldn't say he's a good base stealer, but he can do it.
Every now and again, if the call is made for him to do it, he'll give it his best. Now Langster will see his first pitch, and he tries to lay down a bunt, but he bunts it straight back for strike one. That one ripped foul and out of play in towards the picnic area. Fortunately, nobody was there. Well, there was a kid who was not paying attention who nearly got to meet a baseball.
Oh, no. Don't put it like that. Goodness gracious.
I'm just saying.
Oh man. I think that's the worst way you could have put that.
And the 0-2. Outside corner call, strike 3. Langster goes down looking for the first out. That is Wallace's 4th strikeout on the day and only 3 innings pitched. Not even 3 innings pitched.
He started off the day with striking out the side in the first inning.
So he is locked in here. Brings up Jose Bonilla, who was one of the strikeout victims in the first. Pitch right on the outside corner for strike 1.
And that's how he's getting these strikeouts. He's painting the corners really well.
The 0-1. Hit in the air, foul, and that's going to go right off of the dugout. Hits the tenting and then lands on the ground. Nobody got hurt on that one.
Yeah, I think that rolled off of everything it possibly could have on the way down.
To the count out of Bonilla. Ooh, comes inside, and that's going to hit him. Bonilla goes down. He's in a bit of pain. That may have hit him where the sun doesn't shine. So we're going to take a short break while they attend to Jose Bonilla, but he will take first base once he recovers. And we'll be right back. And welcome back. Looks like Bonilla is okay. He's on first base. Just needed to apply a little pressure to the wound and rub out the pain.
Yeah, rub some dirt on it, and he's back into things, it seems.
Now bring up Joey Smithers, struck out his first time up. Now he has runners on first and second with one out. And he offers it the first pitch, misses for strike one. And the 0-1. A hopper up the middle. Step on second for one. The throw to first is in time for the double play, and that will do it. Here in the bottom of the third inning, Pacers will only leave one strand as they still trail 3-0. And we are back here in the top of the fourth inning. Pacers trailing Flagler 3-0. Jacoby Dasher coming up, grounded out his first time up. First pitch is in there for strike one from Aragon. Oh, one misses low. Keeps the count at 1-1. That one's well hit out into left field. That's going to be a fair ball as it goes into the corner. That'll be extra bases. Heading into second base is Dasher, and he's going to hold up there with a leadoff stand-up double.
The left fielder, number 36, Lorenzo Butler.
That brings up Lorenzo Butler. Butler struck out his first time up. And he grounds one foul down the third base side. Pitch misses outside, 1-1. Line drive into right field. That'll be a base hit. Goings gets the ball in quickly, and that's going to hold the runner Dasher to third. Runners on the corners after the Butler single. Still nobody out here in the 4th inning.
Right fielder number 43, Jack Hathaway.
Brings up Jake Hathaway. Again, runners on the corners, nobody out. Almost wonder if this large crowd may be throwing some of the Pacers off.
It honestly might be. I mean, they just, apart from these 2 hits, which are on Aragon, I mean, some of the earlier mistakes have just been simple fielding mistakes.
Yeah.
The Pacers just haven't looked sharp today. They look like they're, I don't want to say unfocused,
Flustered,
but
maybe.
yeah, a little bit flustered by maybe the size of the crowd or the.
I mean, they're used to dealing with maybe about 300 to 400 people, which is a decent-sized crowd here at Roberto Hernandez.
But this is definitely a much larger crowd than they're used to dealing with.
Yeah, you're looking at about maybe 2,000 people out there.
It's a little bit of a circus out there today. Maybe that's causing some distractions in the field or something.
Just trying to make up excuses at this point. So the count even at 1-1 on Hathaway. Hathaway had an RBI double and came around to score his last time up. Also his first time up. Runners on the corners, nobody out. Top of the 4th inning. His Saints already up 3-0. And he's going to hit one. That's going to go past the diving Smithers into right field for an RBI single. And Goings has a little trouble fielding the ball, and that's going to be an extra base for Lorenzo Butler.
And another costly mistake, that time by Goings. Just didn't get a feel for the ball. And that's going to lead to an extra base for the Saints. Runners on the corners, nobody out.
Oh, going to have a little meeting on the mound. Good a time as any to thank some of the wonderful sponsors for today's game, including Danny Michaelis of State Farm Insurance. Saving money is important. That's why you can count on Danny Michaelis to get you all the discounts you deserve. Willie Jewell's Barbecue, the presenter of today's game, located right off Whiskey Road. Stop on in and tell them Pacer Sports sent you. And right down the road from Willie Jewell's, also on Whiskey, is Tyler's Tire and Auto Center, run by USC Aiken alumni. They'll always give you a good deal if your car ever needs fixing. The South Carolina Education Lottery, where you're not only taking a chance, but giving a chance to a good cause. Aiken Flooring, you can stand on us. Quality Inn and Suites. And last but not least, Innovative Solutions down the road from the university on Richland Avenue.
And scene.
And scene indeed. In fact, I got through that quick enough. I may go ahead and do that again later on in the game. I'm sure they wouldn't mind a little extra.
I'm certain they wouldn't.
And a show of bunt here from Bobby Bassler, who reached on an error his first time.
It looked like he was going for the sacrifice squeeze there.
Well, you're up 4-0. Why not give it another whirl? You got a runner on third. Try to pad your lead as best you can. And a show of bunt, pulls it back. The pitch is high for ball 2. And this could also be just an attempt to keep Aragon from throwing the ball in the zone. I don't know how many times I've seen it where batter shows bunt, not actually intending to bunt, but it causes the pitcher to throw around him. Two-0. Low and inside corner for strike 1, 2-1. I also wouldn't be surprised if we see the runner on first, Hathaway, go. Try to steal second. Because they may not have a throw with a runner on third base. You can try to throw over to second. That runner may be coming home. Do one of those delayed double steals. The 2-1. Fouled off, 2-2. I'm just speculating.
As you tend to.
What do I know about baseball?
What does anybody know about baseball? That's a good question.
The 2-2 popped up into the air, foul territory on the right side, and that's going to go out of play right off the tenting to protect some innocent bystanders. And more members of Pacer Athletics trickling into the stadium. I see members of the volleyball team, the regional champions, and of course the women's basketball team in attendance today.
Nice to see them coming out to support their fellow athletes.
Ground ball foul there. Keeps the count right where it is at 2-2. That's the one thing I can say about this university. The athletes all really support each other. It's a smaller university, and that just allows for them to really get to know each other and become good friends.
They definitely do. They do have a lot of support here for each other. That's always nice to have.
Another foul ball going out of play. The 2-2 in the dirt, full count. Aragon desperate to get that first out here. Check throw over to first. They may have the runner in the pickle. He's going into second, and he will be tagged out. Langster applying the tag. Good job by Aragon to read the steal there. And they even held the runner at third base by getting Hathaway quickly. So one out now with a runner on third and a full count.
That was a good job by Aragon to read that steal, and it now opens up the play at home on a ground ball.
Three-two pitch. Popped up in the air. It's going to go out of play, foul.
Every fly ball, my heart sinks into my chest, and I'm just looking over there like, oh, man, please, please, please pay attention.
Well, that sun is pretty much sitting right on top of the stadium today. You look up, and it's just going to blind you. That is a well-hit ball out into left field. That is going to be a base hit as it goes off the wall. One run will score, the one run from third, and that's going to be a stand-up RBI double from Bobby Bassler, and the Flagler lead now 5-0.
Yeah, the Saints are absolutely rolling on offense today.
Saints are marching into Roberto Hernandez constantly.
Oh, man.
And I'm just getting a lot of, shaking heads. If I was still an intern here, I would have gotten the automatic F for that one.
Yeah. Although I would like to confirm the kitten that I thought I saw earlier is here. I saw it again. It's here.
Leadoff man Ethan Kraut in. Takes the first pitch strike. Kraut 1 for 2 today with a single and a strikeout. Runner on second base with only one out. And that's lined past the diving Weeks into left field. That'll be a base hit. And the woes continue as we have had 5 consecutive hits here in the top of the 4th inning. You can say what you want, but it looks like this Flagler team has figured out Christian Aragon. Runners on the corners once again, one out. Conventional double play is in play as Dylan Jones comes up 0 for 1 with a sac bunt.
And the Pacers have just got to get out of this inning.
As I said, in conventional double play in effect again. And we'll see if Aragon can get a ground ball here. And that's going to be lined down the first base side. It'll be a fair ball as it goes off the glove of Banks. That's one run. And heading into second base with a sliding double is Dylan Jones, and that increases the lead 6-0 for Flagler.
And the nightmare game continues for the Pacers. I mean, this offense is definitely one that you can never have a lead too large against this Pacer offense. I mean, they always are in play to get the comeback, but you got to stop the bleeding.
And Kenny Thomas is going to come on out. He's had enough, and he's going to go to his bullpen. We're going to take a short break while the Pacers bring out a relief pitcher. And we are back. New pitcher Mitch Spence for the Pacers. Spence comes in with a 6.28 ERA, a 1-1 record in his 13 appearances. 2 saves on the year, 19 strikeouts, and an opponent batting average of 276. He comes in, a bit of a jam, runners on second and third with only 1 out.
Yeah, he inherits a mess from Christian Aragon.
And Igor Baez coming in to bat now. 0 for 2 today. He's flown out to center both times up.
Spence has shown flashes of greatness, though, this season. He's got a lot of potential as a young freshman pitcher.
Swing and a miss there, 1-1. And I hope that his confidence wasn't shaken up too much in that Nova Southeastern game where he came in with a one-run lead in the top of the 9th inning, and he got the first 2 batters out really fast, and then just an unfortunate Cintron Torres 2-run home run that ended that one real quick.
He retired the first 2 batters easily.
Yeah, and then hot hitter, Cintron Torres.
And then allowed a base runner and a quick home run. Just an unfortunate situation, just a little bit of a blip.
But, I mean, again, like I said, Torres was a very good hitter, and he's been a thorn in the Pacers' side all series.
And Nova Southeast is just such a talented team.
They are.
That's one of those things that you just kind of say, we'll get them next time, and you keep it moving.
The 1-2, Baez fouls it off. But that was a great series,
Oh,
nonetheless.
so much fun. Much fun.
And I've been doing this a couple of years now, and that is probably the best series I've had the fortune of calling.
Yeah, that was just a blast. It was a blast to call that entire series, especially that Game 2 with Benitez just doing what he does and being amazing on the mound.
Or the Game 1 walk-off with Ammerman.
Oh, man. A lot of fun.
A 1-2 pitch to Baez. Curveball missing. Curveball didn't want to curve there. 2-2. The 2-2. High fly ball out into left field. Price going back for it. Still going back, looking, and that one is going to be off the wall. And they're going to call that a home run as it went off the scoreboard instead. So a 3-run home run for Igor Baez, and the woes continue here in the top of the 4th. The score now 9-0 as 6 runs have scored here in the top of the 4th inning. And Jason Moore comes up to bat. Already homered his last time up, 1 for 2 today. Curveball misses high for ball 1. Curveball missing high, didn't quite fall into the zone enough. 2-0. So 3 balls and no strikes to Jason Moore. Upper inside corner for a strike, 3-1. Inside corner this time, 3-2. Spence able to work back from a 3-0 count to make it full.
And at this point, the concern has got to be getting out of this inning. I mean, it's gotten a little bit out of hand.
And that's going to be grounded up the middle. Grabbed by Langster, stumbles a bit, fires to first. That's going to get past Banks, and that will go into the dugout of Flagler. We'll see. That's going to definitely be an error.
Yeah, that will be an error for sure. Which is unfortunate because it was a really slick little snag there from Langster. Just didn't quite make a good throw.
It didn't. One thing you can take, it did not go into the dugout, fortunately. So Moore will stay on first. But Andraka coming up now. Andraka, a double and a run scored today, 1 for 2. Pitch is in the lower part of the strike zone for strike one. At this point, the only way to stop this bleeding, I think, is to apply a tourniquet. It's just one thing after another right now here in the top of the 4th inning. There's a hopper to second. Smithers flips to Langston for 1. The throw to first is in time, and there's the tourniquet that was needed. The inning-ending double play, but not before 6 runs have scored. Top of the 4th inning. They go into the bottom of the 4th. Pacers down 9-0. And we are back here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Mitchell Price will lead off as the Pacers trail 9-0. First pitch to Price on the outside corner for strike one. He showed bunt. Walked and stole a base his first time up.
And no time like the present to get a comeback started. You got to get guys on base. You got to get runs across the plate.
Pitch in the dirt for a ball. 1-1.
And whether that happens via walks or hits or sacrifices, whatever, you got to get runs across the plate now.
That's a ground ball to short. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
The right fielder, number 34, Niall Goings.
Brings up Niall Goings. Struck out his first time up. Pitch misses outside for a ball. 1-0. Pitch outside. Misses as well. 2-0. In the dirt. 3-0. In there for a strike, 3-1. And that one was a low strike, 3-2. Goings fouls that one off. Just counting at 3-2. Swing and a miss. Goings goes after it and strikes out for the second out.
The first baseman, number 10, John Banks.
Brings up John Banks. Banks lets the first pitch go for ball one. Outside, 2-0.
Until
2-0. Right down the middle, 2-1.
So unlike me, something's not right. Not focused. No, I'm just like tired. I'm not sick, guys. That's fine.
2-1.
I don't really get sick.
Grounded foul, 2-2.
Brooke yelled at me. She said Brent was over here for 45 minutes because you weren't hanging out with them. Yeah, I know. She was just being a brat, like always. No, she was just.
The 2-2. Just misses. Full count. Grounder foul. Keeps the count right where it is at 3-2. Swing and a miss. Banks goes down on strikes for the third and final out. Another 1-2-3 inning as we go into the fifth. Pacers still trailing 9-0. And we are back here in the top of the 5th inning. Pacers down 9-0. Kobe Dasher comes to the plate. Doubled and scored his last time up. 1 for 2 today. Curveball misses for ball 1. Grounded foul, 1-1. One misses, 2-1. That's going to be grounded through the left side for a base hit.
And the woes for the Pacers just continue on into the top of the 5th inning. There just seems to be no end in sight for the Pacers at this moment.
It's just getting worse and worse as time goes by. Lorenzo Butler comes up 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. First pitch in there for strike 1.
I mean, and despite having an overall better record than the Flagler Saints, they have a worse conference record if the things continue this way and they drop this game. They'll be in 4th in the conference.
Yeah, and they'd really be struggling to try to make it into the postseason at this rate.
Yeah, and it's kind of crazy to think about when we're talking about a team that was ranked number 1 not 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. 1-1, just misses. 2-1. Missing high this time. 3 balls, 1 strike. This time he finds the strike zone, full count. Fouled off, keeps the at-bat going. Swing and a miss. And Butler goes down on strikes for the first out.
Right fielder number 43, Jake Hathaway.
Brings up Jake Hathaway, 2 for 2 with a double, a single, a run scored, and 2 RBIs. Pitch misses high and outside for ball 1. Pitch catches the outside corner. 1-1. Ground ball down third base side. That's going to get through for a base hit. That could be extra bases as it goes into the corner. It will be. And it is a 1-out double for Hathaway, whose hot night continues. Runners now on second and third with one out. Bobby Bassler up to the plate. 1 for 2 with an RBI double and a run scored. And Kenny Thomas coming on out, and we're going to have another pitching change. 2 on, 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning, 9-0. Flagler leads USC Aiken. And we are back. William Ard comes on in. Here in the top of the 5th inning, 1 out, 2 on. Runners on second and third. Pacers down 9-0. And Bassler will get hit by the first pitch to load up the bases.
And not a good start to the inning for what was almost a beacon of hope for the Pacers. One of the top relievers in the bullpen, William Ard.
So that brings us up to the top of the order. Ethan Kraut, 2 for 3 with a pair of singles and a run scored. Bases loaded, 1 out. Ground ball here could end the inning. First pitch is low for ball 1. That one is popped up. Going in foul territory on the left side, and that's just going to go out of play. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Tied him up with an off-speed pitch. And the count out 1-2. Fouled off. Count stays at 1-2. That's going to be a line drive. That'll be a base hit into left field. That scores 1 run as everybody moves up 1 base. It's an RBI single for Ethan Crowd, and the lead now 10-0 Saints.
And the bleeding just continues to go out of control here from Roberto Hernandez Stadium. Just not a pretty one at all.
That brings up Dylan Jones. Jones, 1 for 2 today with a double and an RBI and a run scored. Swing and a miss on the first pitch for strike 1. Neal 1. In the dirt. Goes all the way to the backstop, and that's going to allow a run to score on the wild pitch by Yard. And now the score 11-0.
And this just continues to be an ugly affair all around for the Pacers.
Yeah, this is not a good day for the Pacer ball club. But I mean, whether you lose by 11 or you lose by 1, a loss is still just 1 loss. Time to come. There's plenty of time to come back, but certainly is a tough affair the Pacers have ahead of them. 1-2 count now to Jones with runners now on second and third. And a swing and a miss there gets the Pacers the second out of the inning as Jones goes down on strikes.
The catcher, number 29, Hugo Baez.
Brings up Baez again. Baez a 3-run home run his last time up. 1 for 3 today. Third pitch high and inside for ball 1. The 1-0. Fouled off, 1-1. One. In the dirt. 2-1. Three and 1 as that pitch misses high. Hard 1 pitch away from loading the bases again. And that's a slow ground ball to short. Throw to first is in time for the third out. 2 more runs score as it is 11-0. Flagler leading the Pacers. And we are back here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Pacers trailing 11-0 to the Flagler Saints. Zach Moon leads off this half of the inning. First pitch is in there for strike 1. In there again for a call strike 2, 0-2. Fouled off, out of play. Count stays at 0-2. Ground ball to short. And the throw to first is a little short, and it's going to get past. So Zach Moon will be safe. Andrejka's throw just a little bit short, and Bassler couldn't come up with the scoop. A little ray of hope for the Pacers there. Moon reaches on the E6. Brings up Brian Pereira, 0 for 1 today. Pacers have only had 4 base runners coming into this inning. Moon is the 5th. 2 hits on the day. First pitch to Pereira. Inside corner for strike 1. High fly ball into center field, veering over into the gap, and that's going to be caught for the first out.
So the Pacers with a chance to start chipping away at this lead, but just getting base runners isn't enough. You gotta.
They really got to start capitalizing.
Yeah, you gotta plate runners.
I mean, they've only gotten 2 hits coming into this inning. It's really been a struggle out there for the Pacer bats. Dalton Weeks comes up now, has a single today, 1 for 1. Runner on first and 1 out, bottom of the 5th. And he fouls off the first pitch for strike 1. Low and outside, 1-1. 1-1 pitch is high, 2-1. You know, in a game like this, may want to see if Zach Moon can try to get a stolen base. Get his first one since 2015.
You know what? If Zach Moon were to get a stolen base, that would just be the icing on the cake for a game that is as strange as this is.
There's a well-hit ball out to left field, and Dalton Weeks will send that one out of here with a 2-run home run to put the Pacers on the board.
Goodness gracious, what a home run shot by Dalton Weeks. He absolutely crushed that one to left field. I think that one was almost as tall as the light post out there in left field.
That was a good shot by Dalton Weeks to try to get some life into the Pacer lineup. Now Pacers trailing only 9 as they trail 11-2.
Only 9. And that puts Weeks at, I believe, 5 home runs for the season.
You are correct. 5 home runs and 31 RBIs. So David Langster coming up, struck out his first time up. A little bit of life in the Pacers now as they've finally gotten on the board. pitch is low for ball 1. Pitch high and outside for a ball, 2-0. Outside corner, 2-1. There is a fly ball out into center field. And that will be caught for the second out.
The center fielder, number 4, Jose Bonilla.
Brings up Jose Bonilla. Took one off the inside of his leg his last time at the plate. 0 for 1 today. And the first pitch missing low and away for ball 1. And the pitch in there for a call strike, 1-1. And there is a hopper to short. Drake fires to first, and that's way off the mark. And Bonilla will be safe.
That's a dangerous man to let onto the base paths, that's for sure.
He can steal, and in a game like this, you want to start putting runners in scoring position. I know there's the unwritten rule where when you're down by a lot, you don't try to steal, but I figure in a game like this, what do you have to lose? But Bonilla will go over to second base as the ball went into the dugout. So runner on second with 2 outs for Joey Smithers, who's 0 for 2 today. Really, in a game like this, what do you have to lose by taking a few gambles like that?
I don't think you do. Honestly, I don't think you do have anything to lose. I mean, the game is already a little bit out of hand. I mean, 9 runs is a lot to overcome. So why not go ahead and just try? Why not just go ahead and try and experiment with some things, see if you can't make some magic happen?
First pitch low and outside. Smithers able to check his swing for ball 1. Now, in a situation like this, though, where he's already on second base, you don't really need to worry about trying to go for third. You're already in scoring position with 2 outs.
Yeah, that's true. There's no need to really try and steal now at this point.
But if he was on first base, I'd say why not try for second?
Oh, absolutely, every time.
Pitch misses high, 2-0. And the whole point of baseball is to win the game, and if you can put a guy in scoring position and bring him home, it could be the beginning of a comeback, even if you are down by 9.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, there's still 4 innings left after this.
High and outside, 3-0. Now, if Smithers gets on, you may want to try a double steal.
Yeah, absolutely.
Of course, this would just be my managerial style, and this is why I'm not
Yeah.
managing a D1 or D2 school.
Well, you and I have made some pretty sound decisions in
At
our
times,
in our fantasy managing.
Ball 4, Smithers walks on 4 straight pitches.
Just the other night, we had athletic director Dr. Randy Warwick up here, and he complimented both of us on our the decision that we made.
You made a call, and right away that happened, and
it worked.
He looked at you and he said, "That's the way to call it."
I would like to say that it did work. What I decided that he should do happened, and it worked.
Mm-hmm.
So, when 20 years from now, when I'm winning my 1,000th game as the manager of the USC Aiken Pacers,
or if you're a scout for a major league ball club,
that's also possible. Either way, I'll remember this day. I'll remember that day as the day that it all began.
The day that it all began.
Left fielder, number 1.
That brings up Mitchell Price, 0 for 1 with a walk and a stolen base. 2 on, 2 out. I say go for the double steal here. Although I don't think that Coach Thomas will do it. If it were me, I would. We'll see what happens here. Price digs in. First pitch is outside for a ball. dirt. 2-0. Little action going on out in the Saints bullpen. Upper outside corner for a strike, 2-1. Misses inside, 3 balls, 1 strike. Upper outside corner. And that's going to actually be called a strike. Count full. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Pacers trailing 11-2 to the Flagler Saints. And the runners go on the 3-2 pitch, and it's low and away for ball 4, and Price walks to load the bases.
Now Niall Goings with a chance to really change the face of this game.
If he really gets a hold of one like he has in the past, this could become a 5-run ball game, and that is doable to come back from.
Oh, it's absolutely doable.
So we'll see what happens here as Goings digs in 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts today.
But honestly, what might be even better at this point is not a grand slam.
Yeah, just
maybe
base hits. Just keep everything going.
Yeah, exactly.
First pitch is high for a ball. Of course, you want to get all those runs in.
You want to get all those runs in, too, so it's a grand slam would be better than nothing, obviously. But an ideal situation is maybe a single here, score 2, then John Banks comes up, another single or double, scores another 2.
Pitch is high, 2-0. Yeah, you want to keep the train going, basically, but
yeah,
you also don't want to squander an opportunity to get runs in.
If you get a pitch to hit it. By all means, hit it and hit it hard.
Nobody will complain if you get a grand slam, except for if you're Flagler. Outside corner call strike, 2-1. And there is a base hit out into left field. 1 run will score. They're waving Smithers around third. He's coming home, and he will score. It is a 2-run single for Niall Goings, and there is still life for the Pacers.
There is indeed.
So now runners on first and second, and it's 11-4 now. Pacers chipping away. John Banks comes up, 1 for 2 with a single of his own. Every Pacer has come to bat this inning, and we're going to have a meeting on the mound here. And a call to the bullpen is being made. So here in the bottom of the 5th inning, 4 runs have scored for the Pacers. They've got 2 on with 2 out, 11-4 your score. We will be right back. All right, we are back. Still in the bottom of the 5th inning. Pacers with a little bit of life, trailing 11-4. They've scored 4 runs this half of the inning. 2 runners on with 2 outs. John Banks at the plate. New pitcher Ryan Ashworth for the Saints. And the first pitch to Banks is in there for strike 1. A bit of a low pitch, but umpire thought it was in the zone. The 0-1. Hit in the air. That's going to drop in for a base hit into right field. They're going to wave Price around third. He's coming home. He will score, and there are runners on the corners. It's 11-5 with an RBI single from John Banks.
Another big hit from the Pacers. If you're going to try and get back into it, you got all the momentum on your side now. No better time than the present.
That brings up Zach Moon once again. Got everything started by reaching on an error and came around to score. All of these runs have been unearned too, by the way.
Really?
All of these runs, yeah. I'm sorry, not all of them, but the last 4 runs have been unearned, or 3 runs, sorry, have been unearned. First pitch misses in the dirt, but Moon went around for it for a strike. Yeah, because there have been 2 outs after a pair of errors have come in. Pitch misses outside, 1-1. Yeah, the first 2 on the home run, because Moon reached on an error, there was only 1 out at the time. So at least one of those runs was earned. Can't remember what the official scoring was. I'll double check that later. But runners on the corners, 1-1 count to Moon. And Moon offers at that pitch, got ahead of himself 1-2. And Moon wanted to just swing for the fences there. He needs to just settle in and try to make contact again. Not get too excited. Check throw over to first. Ooh, almost got him. Banks was able to make it back safely. In the dirt, ball gets away, and Banks will head on over to second base and make it in safely to put 2 runners in scoring position now. Now runners on second and third with an even 2-2 count to Zach Moon. And we will see if he can bring them home.
It'd be an appropriate time for one of those patented moon blasts.
The 2-2 pitch. Fly ball out into right field, and that one will be caught for the third and final out. Pacers leave 2 stranded, but they score 5 to cut the lead down to size. They trail now by 6, 11-5, going into the top of the 6th. And we are back here in the top of the 6th inning. Pacers cut the lead down a little bit. They were down 11-0. Now it's 11-5. Jason Moore coming up. He is 1 for 3 today with a solo home run.
Yeah, the Pacers starting to chip away at this pretty large lead from the Saints.
Another 5-run inning if they hold the Saints scoreless here. Another 5-run inning in the 6th, and it's a 1-run ball game just like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's sort of like the situation the South Carolina Gamecocks men's basketball team found themselves in the second half of that game. Yeah, you go on a 16-0 run, that's all well and good, but when you were down by 16 to begin with, it doesn't really mean much.
Yeah, it's painful to say the least. First pitch from the new pitcher, Jamie Moreland, is in there for a strike.
But 11-5 your score now, and the Pacers are in better position than they were when they came into that inning, for certain.
Second pitch in there for a strike, 0-2.
And Moreland showing a little bit of nice precision on his pitches so far.
And Moreland with a 5.06 ERA coming in, 1-0 record in 7 appearances and 2 starts. Swing and a miss, and he gets a strikeout right there.
3-pitch strikeout. That might be exactly what the Pacers needed to get a fire lit under them.
And he's pitched 16 innings of work, and that is his 19th strikeout on the year. And the opponent batting average, however, is pretty good, though, at a 343. So we'll look to see if he can try to drop that down a little bit in today's game.
Maybe a lot of it.
That brings up Cole Andraka. Made a couple of bad errors that allowed the Pacers to score their 5 runs. 1 for 3 today with a double and a run scored.
And another pretty pitch from Moreland.
And the 0-1. Another one, pretty much same spot. 0-2.
Moreland just attacking the corner.
Trying to get to the corner again, missed a little outside though, 1-2.
And that was the first pitch he's thrown that wasn't a strike.
And that one's a fly ball line drive into center field. That'll drop in for a base hit. So 1 on and 1 out here in the 6th. Brings up Jacoby Dasher, 2 for 3 with a single, a double, and 2 runs scored. First pitch in there for strike 1. Swing and a miss, chasing one low and outside. 0-2. And another swing and a miss, chasing one in almost the exact same spot for the second strikeout and second out of the inning.
And Moreland continues to hit his spots really effectively.
Moreland, a product of South Aiken High School, known for producing quality ball players, including Major Leaguer Andrew Faulkner in the Rangers organization.
Yeah, we also got Preston Dawson, Alex Mills, and Joey Smithers on this team. Were products from South Aiken High as well.
Count 0-1 now to Lorenzo Butler, who is 1 for 3 with a pair of strikeouts, a single, and a run scored. Fouls that one off. Count 0-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Moreland strikes out the side. A real quick not really a 1-2-3 inning, but close enough. 4 batters up and 3 of them go down. We go into the bottom of the 6th, 11-5, still the score. And welcome back. In the bottom of the 6th inning, still 11-5 your score. Pacers trailing the Saints. Brian Pereira coming up, 0 for 2 today. And he swings at the first pitch. It's a fly ball out into right field, and that's going to be caught. Almost overrun out there by Hathaway, but he makes the catch for the first out.
The third baseman, number 44, Dalton Weeks.
Brings up Dalton Weeks, 2 for 2 today with a single and a 2-run home run his last time up. First pitch right down the middle for strike one. Swing and a miss, got him with a curveball. Down 0-2. In the dirt, 1-2. Fouled off, Weeks just staying in there. Another pitch low and away. Evens the count up at 2-2. Swing and a miss. Weeks goes around on that pitch. Don't know if he really wanted to swing, but he did anyway, and he goes down on strikes for the second out.
The shortstop, number 5, Dave Langster.
What's up, Dave Langster? Langster 0 for 2 today. First pitch is on the outside corner for a strike as Langster wanted to show bunt. Falls into the strike zone there, 0-2. Fouled off by Langster, just staying in there. Check swing, did he go? They'll say he did. And Langster down on strikes for the third out. A quick 1-2-3 inning here in the bottom of the 6th inning. We go to the top of the 7th. Pacers down 11-5. And we are back. Jake Hathaway will lead this top of the 7th inning off. He's 3 for 3 with 2 doubles, a single, 2 RBIs, and 2 runs scored.
It's a big part of the reason why the...
And he rips a base hit down the right field side.
Well, I was about to say he's a big reason why the Saints are ahead right now, and he said it for me.
Yep, he's 4 for 4 now today.
First baseman number 32, Bobby Bassler.
Brings up Bobby Bassler. Reached base all 3 times he's come to the plate. Reached on an error, doubled, scored a run with an RBI, and has been hit by a pitch.
Now Moreland will look to break that cycle.
First pitch high and inside for ball 1. Runner goes, fires down to first to try to get him. Not in time, however.
Oh, and he was just about a quarter of a second late on that one.
And Hathaway just dove in, touched the bag just as the glove was coming down to tag him. The 1-1, swing and a miss, 1-2. Fouled off. Count stays at 1-2. High and inside for a ball, 2-2. Fouled off again. Popped up, first base side of the infield, and Banks will make the catch for the first out.
The second baseman number 39, Ethan Kraut.
Brings up Ethan Kraut. Kraut 3-for-4 today with 3 singles. Check throw over to first. Has a run scored and 1 RBI. Pitch misses outside, ball 1. In there for a call strike, 1-1. And there is a ground ball to second. Flipped over to the second base for 1. The throw to first is going to get away, and that will allow the runner to advance to second.
And how many times have we seen that same error made today?
It's happened a lot today. It's just something in the air today. It's just not doing well for the Pacers.
Yeah, just not able to just haven't been sharp on defense really at all.
So that brings up Dylan Jones. Jones 1 for 3 today with an RBI double and a run scored. Runner on second base with 2 outs in the top of the 7th inning. First pitch is in there for strike 1. popped up. Shallow center field. And that one will be caught by Smithers for the final out, so they'll leave one stranded as we go into the 7th inning stretch with the Pacers down 11-5. And we are back. Jose Bonilla will lead off the top of the 7th, or bottom of the 7th for the Pacers as they trail 11-5. Bonilla, 0 for 2 today, reached on an error and scored a run and has been hit by a pitch. And the first pitch is outside for ball 1. David Drysdale, the new shortstop for Flagler. And Bonilla hits a fly ball into shallow left field, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. Fair ball. Bonilla rounding first, heading into second. The throw is not in time as he gets past. And Bonilla thinking about heading for third, but he was still stumbling to get up. So he'll just stay on second base with the leadoff double.
Oh, man, that as good as that was, or as good as that is for the Pacers, I think
it could have been better had he been able to get up right away.
Yeah, Bonilla definitely could have made third on that if he was able to just hop right up. I don't think he quite knew how far that was going to roll. Had he known that, I'm sure he would have been on third by now.
But he will stay on second base with the leadoff double.
Number 9, Joey Smithers.
That brings up Joey Smithers, 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Pacers desperately trying to claw back into this game. Swing and a miss on the first pitch for strike 1. The 0-1. Fouled back, and that's going to go out of play right off the roof of the stadium.
A few startled yelps from the crowd.
You know, those that aren't normally here. The count 0-2 to Smithers. Pitch low and away, 1-2. And there is a hopper to short. It's bobbled. Bonilla thinking about heading for third, but he's going to stay put as the play is too close to him. The Smithers reaches on the E6. Pacers have runners on first and second with nobody out.
The left fielder, number 1, Mitchell Price.
That brings up Mitchell Price. Pair of walks, 0 for 1 today, a stolen base and a run scored. First pitch to Price right down the middle for strike 1.
The Pacers now quietly in another good position to chip away at this lead.
The 0-1 misses low and inside, 1-1. And ripped foul by Price. If he'd turned on that maybe half a second later, he would have put that one into play. It would have been dangerous.
Yeah, that one would have probably been off the wall.
Count 1 and 2 on Price. Low and away, evens the count up again at 2 and 2. Curveball misses high and inside. Full count to Mitchell Price. And Price steps out, collects his thoughts as he awaits the 3-2. This is outside, and Price will walk to load the bases with nobody out here in the 7th.
Now Niall Goings comes up to bat with the bases loaded once again. We saw what happened last time he had a bases loaded opportunity.
And 2 RBIs on a single, and I'm sure he will not be upset to try to repeat that.
Yeah, definitely not. Maybe even make it a 3 RBI single this time around.
Bases clearing, or try to go for the full 4 RBIs.
Why not?
Goings digs in, bases loaded, nobody out. Goings 1 for 3 with that RBI single. And he fouls off the first pitch for strike 1, nearly taking out our social media. What do we call it? Social media director today? Correspondent. Yeah, Christine Carroll of the volleyball team. Right along the fence. She had the iPad set up right there. Pulled it away just in time, too.
Good to see she's still okay down there.
Ooh, Goings wanted all of that pitch and got none of it. Count 0-2. The 0-2. Oh, Goings going for it in the dirt. And he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time today and the first out.
You know, we say it all the time, but anytime you got to drop to one knee to try and swing at it, it's probably not something you should be swinging at.
Yeah, he got in his own head there. He really wanted to do something, and it ended up backfiring on him. That brings up John Banks, 2 for 3 today with a pair of singles and an RBI. Bases still loaded with 1 out here in the 7th. First pitch misses outside for a ball, 1-0. Pitch is low, 2-0. The 2-0 pitch. Banks wanted it, missed it, 2-1. Two balls, one strike, one out, bases loaded. 11-5 the score here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Pacers trying to mount a comeback. And a curveball falls into the zone, 2-2. Two pitch, fouled off. Banks stays in there. Two pitch once again, and it's once again fouled off. And Banks pops that one up. That's going to stay in shallow right field. It will be caught for the second out, and the runner's unable to advance.
And it would be very unfortunate if the Pacers were able to load up the bases but not get anything from it this time around. But it would be a decent reflection of how their day has gone.
It would be indeed. Brings up Zach Moon. Moon 0 for 3 today, reached on there and scored a run. First pitch to Moon, misses inside and low for ball one. High and inside, 2-0. The meeting on the mound is over. We'll get right back to it. Moon with a 2-0 count, 2 outs, bases loaded here in the bottom of the 7th inning. It was bases loaded with nobody out, but then strikeout to Goings and a John Banks shallow pop out. Change that quickly. And Moon grounds it foul, strike one. One pitch falls into strike zone, 2-2. Fouled off by Moon, keeps the at-bat alive. The 2-2. This is away, full count. Balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases loaded, bottom of the 7th, 11-5 your score. Zach Moon at the plate. Calls for a time. Trying to play some mind games here. Big pitch coming up. And he foul tips it into the glove for strike 3. And that could be the nail in the coffin for the Pacers as they load the bases up with nobody out and leave all 3 of them stranded, going down 1-2-3 as we go into the top of the 8th. Pacers down 11-5. And we are back here in the top of the 8th inning. Pacers down 11-5. Igor Baez leads off. Fouls off the first pitch for strike 1. Baez 1 for 4, but that one was a 3-run shot. The 0-1 grounded foul. 0-2. The 0-2. Misses outside, 1-2. Almost feel like they should have just pitched Moreland from the beginning of this game. Gone 2 innings so far, doing pretty well. As we have a line drive out into center field. Bonilla coming over and making the catch for the first out. Curveball makes it in there for a strike, 0-1. Jason Moore, the DH, up. 1 for 3 with a home run and a pair of strikeouts. Check swing, did he go? They'll say he did. 0-2. The 0-2. Curveball misses low and inside, 1-2.
We left this morning. It was nice for them to visit. I liked them. I don't know how that worked. I think there's gonna be 2 attitudes. Anna and Kayla, I think, are really.
Pitch misses low and inside for a ball 2-2. Swing and a miss for the strikeout and second out. Oh, Moreland doing some work today.
Yeah, Moreland's done really well since he came into the game. And like you said, almost wish he could have been pitching the entire game.
Well, that's not the hand we were dealt. 2 outs here in the top of the 8th as we see the man replacing Andraka, Drysdale, coming up to bat. David Drysdale batting 154 on the year. First pitch in there for a strike. Andraka went 2 for 4 with a double, a single, and a run scored. Foul tip there. Count 0-2. The 0-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Got him on a high fastball. His 5th strikeout today. Jamie Moreland doing work, shutting him down in 3 straight innings as we go to the bottom of the 8th. 11-5, still the score. And we are back here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Pacers down 11-5 to the Flagler Saints. Brian Pereira leads off. Pereira 0 for 3 today. First pitch misses outside for ball 1.
Yeah, Pereira not able to replicate the success he had yesterday so far in this game. Let's hope he can turn that around here.
And yesterday and the day before, he was pretty consistent. And he pops off that pitch, just goes foul and out of play. One. This is low and inside. 2-1. fouled off, 2-2. Popped up behind the plate, and that's going to go out of play. The 2-2. Going inside, ball 3, full count. And he rips one out into right field. That one's going, and that one is going to be gone. A solo home run for Brian Pereira, and the Pacers now trail 11-6.
Pacers slowly but surely clawing their way back.
Not a lot of time to do it, but they have 2 innings to work with, down by 5. Dalton Weeks coming up, 2 for 3 with a single and a 2-run home run of his own. And he rips one out into left field. That'll drop in for a base hit. And Pacers have a runner on first, still nobody out. Kind of makes you think about how big that bases loaded bottom of the 7th was. The fact that they couldn't get any runs there. It could have been a different ball game had they even scored just 2 runs.
Yeah. And it just it's a frustrating situation for the Pacers for sure. But you can't waste your time on what ifs. You just gotta worry about what nows.
And Luke Westerberg will come to the plate now in place of David Lankster, who went 0 for 3 today. We're going to have a meeting on the mound. We're going to take a short break while they converge on the mound to have a little meeting. We'll be right back. And we are back. The meeting concludes. Luke Westerberg will dig in. Westerberg batting .350 on the year, a home run and 13 RBIs. Runner on first base and nobody out. Here in the bottom of the 8th inning. First pitch falls into the strike zone, 0-1. This time it falls just a bit too high, 1-1. Check throw over to first. Weeks makes it back safely. There's a shot into center field. That one will be caught, however, for the first out.
The center fielder, number 8, Jose Bonilla.
Brings up Jose Bonilla. 1 for 3 today. Reached on there and scored. He doubled his last time up. pitch is in the dirt for ball one. Runner stays put. The 1-0. This is high and outside, 2-0. Low and away, 3 balls, no strikes to Bonilla. Right down the middle for a strike, 3-1. There's a ground ball third base side, bobbled a little bit, and everybody will be safe. Runners on first and second for the Pacers, still only 1 out.
The second baseman, number 9, Joey Smithers.
And they're going to bring up Skylar Mercado to pinch hit for Joey Smithers. Runners on first and second, 1 out. Mercado coming up to bat. Mercado batting .238 on the year, 3 home runs and 15 RBIs. First pitch low and away for ball one. The 1-0. Right down the middle for a strike, 1-1. Low and away, 2-1. Mercado swings and misses at that fastball right down the middle, 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Outside corner, call strike 3. And Mercado goes down looking for the second out. And it looks like we're going to have a pitching change for the Saints, so we're going to take a short break and be right back. Pacers down 11-6 in the bottom of the 8th. 2 on and 2 out. And we are back. New pitcher Dante Pagano for Flagler. He inherits 2 runners on, one on first, one on second, 2 outs, and Mitchell Price to the plate.
Mitchell Price.
Price 0 for 1 today, but he's got 3 walks and a run scored. First pitch is high for ball 1. The 1-0. Hit in the air, out into right field near the warning track. It will be caught for the 3rd and final out. Pacers leave 2 stranded, although they do get 1 run on a Brian Pereira solo shot. As we go into the top of the 9th, they still trail 11-6. And welcome back. We're in the top of the 9th inning. Jacoby Dasher leads things off, fouls it off for strike 1. The 0-1. Curveball misses inside, 1-1. Missing inside again, 2-1. That one, a high fly ball, foul territory, third base side. It'll go out of play. The count even at 2-2. Dasher, who's gone 2 for 4 with a single, a double, and 2 runs scored. And he reaches out and fouls that one off. Keeps the count at 2-2. There is a little fly ball out into left field. Price coming over and making the catch for the first out.
And Moreland continues to be one of the bright spots for the Pacers in this game, one of the few bright spots. He's pitched really well in his few innings that he's had.
And he's gone 3 1/3 now.
He had to allow a run in any of those.
He's given up only 2 hits. And he's gotten 5 strikeouts as that one is fouled off by Lorenzo Butler. 1 for 4 with a single, a run scored, and 3 strikeouts. Pitch misses outside for a ball, 1-1. Pitch catching a bit of the strike zone. Count 1-2. Right down the middle, call strike 3. Moreland's 6th strikeout and the 2nd out of this inning.
Just a gorgeous pitch from Moreland. Just absolutely froze the batter that time around.
Froze the umpire, too, for a second.
Yes, indeed.
Brings up Jake Hathaway, who no Pacer has been able to solve just yet. 4 for 4, 2 doubles, 2 singles, 2 RBIs, and 2 runs scored. First pitch is in there for strike 1. Curveball finds the strike zone, 0-2.
Moreland looking to shut this one down quick.
And Moreland solves the Hathaway question with a strikeout, 3 pitches to strike him out for his 7th strikeout and the 3rd and final out of the top of the 9th. Bottom of the 9th coming up. Pacers going to try to mount the 5-run comeback. And we are back here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Last chance for the Pacers as they trail 11-6. Now Goings will lead off 1 for 4 with a 2 RBI single and 3 strikeouts. And Goings fouls off the first pitch for strike 1. The 0-1, bit high, 1-1. There is a high fly ball out into right field. That'll be caught for the first out.
The first baseman, John Banks.
Brings up John Banks. Banks 2 for 4 with a pair of singles and an RBI. First pitch is a bit high for ball 1. One up. Another towering fly ball out into right field. That one a bit deeper near the track, but not deep enough as it will be caught for the second out.
Designated hitter, Zach Moon.
That'll bring up Zach Moon, 0 for 4 today. Reached on an error and scored a run. And he is the last hope for the Pacers as they have 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th inning, trailing by 5. First pitch to Moon is high for ball 1. This is outside that time, 2-0. Misses low and inside this time. Count 3-0. Inside corner, call strike, 3-1. In the dirt, ball 4, and Moon will walk to keep this game going a little bit longer.
The catcher, number 32, Brian Pereira.
Brings up Brian Pereira, 1 on and 2 out. Pitch on the outside corner for a strike. Pereira 1 for 4 today. His last time up, he hit a solo home run. And he pops that one up high in the air into right center field. And that will be caught to end the game as the Pacers drop Game 3 of the 3-game set to Flagler. They win the series 2-1, but they lose this game 11-6. The Pacers score their 6 runs on 6 hits with 4 errors. Saints had 11 runs on 17 hits and 2 errors. But that will do it here from Roberto Hernandez Stadium. Pacers will be back in action. They playing Catawba on the road. Then they will come back here on the 7th to play Augusta to start up their 3-game set here. But in the meantime, I'm Marcus Johnson, and along with Jordan Phillips, thank you for joining us, and have a good one.